Hello students, welcome back to your computer class. So on Saturday we started your DBMS lesson and we learned the first page of that lesson. And today we are continuing the next topic in DBMS, that is structure of database. So what is the structure and how to call the commands inside the database? So that is what we are going to learn in today's video. A DBMS, that is a database, contains a specific structure to store data. Let us study some basic terminologies used in database that will help us in functioning of DBMS. First is your table. Tables are the building block of database. They store the complete data in a structured manner, that is, in the forms of rows and columns. Every table has a finite number of rows and columns. Where you know about table, so this is a table where a table has rows and columns, you all know that. So it has a structure where the structure will be like this, mixing of rows and columns, and you can store a data in your table. That is the main work of the tables we create. Where what are the elements of table? So till your Microsoft Excel, you learned only the rows, columns and cells. Where in database you have some other names to be called along with rows and columns. That is, first is your field. All the columns in a tables are called fields. So all the columns, each column is called as a field. A field describes a particular attribute of all the records in a table. For example, the field that mentions the roll numbers of the table students will store the roll numbers of all the students. So, column number 1 is your roll numbers, roll number 1, 2, 3. So, this is called as your column number 1 or field number 1. So, this is called as a field 1. And second is your field 2, that is your names. Third field is your English. So, this is the another field, and Max is another field, and Hindi is another field. So, rows, so columns in a table is called as a field, right? Next is your records. The rows in a tables are called records. A records contains the values of all the fields that belongs to a single person or an entries. For example, when we enter data of all the fields such as roll number, F name and marks for a given student, it creates a new row in a table which is called as a record. So here instead of columns we call it as a field, and instead of rows we call it as a record. Record number 1 is about Sandeep. He got 89 in English, 79 in Maths and 16 Hindi. And record number 2 is your Nitin, and he scored 65 in English, 18 Maths and 77 in Hindi. And record number 3 is Deepthi. She got 19 English, 88 in Maths and 17 Hindi. So rows and columns in database is called as fields and records. So fields are nothing but your column, rows are nothing but your records. And third point is data, a set of characters that represents a valid value is known as a data. For example, 3, Deepthi, 90, 88 and 70 are the data values for the specified field of following table students, where each cell is called as a data. So number 1 is a data, Sandeep is a data, 89 is a data, 79 is a data, 60 is a data, this 80 is also a data, 88 is a data. So each entry in a table is called as a data, and Max is a data, Hindi is a data. So whatever you type, that is called as a data entry. Next, number 2, queries. A database stores vast amount of data, but queries help us to retrieve the filtered data based upon some conditions. Queries are also used to perform actions such as delete, update, etc. on data based upon some criteria. that is conditions, where queries here helps us to maintain your database without any errors and also to retrieve the information. You can also perform actions like deleting or updating the data which is already entered using this queries options. And next is your forms. Forms are the user-friendly interface that facilitate the process of entering data in tables and queries. A form has an attractive interface that accepts data from the user and forward it to the corresponding tables or queries. So here forms is a intermediate, or I can tell intermediate person, where I enter some information, that is roll number 1 Sandeep, that I am gonna type it. So that is taken by forms and forms will give to the database. So forms is a intermediate person which interacts friendly and facilitate the process of entering the data to the tables. And next is your reports. Reports are used to display the selected data in a printable format. Reports collects the summarized data from one or more tables or queries and organize it in a printable form. So this reports will collect whichever the table you wanted to print in a printable form. So that is called as a report. So if you wanted a final report to be printed, that is your mark sheets. So whichever mark sheet you get it from the school, so that is a reports. So even that report is also made with a database where your name, roll number, your class, we are not typing for each students. We are taking your name, your section, your roll number, which house you belongs to, and what is your admission number from database, because that information we loaded 7 years back because you joined school in first standard. So from first standard your name is same, your admission number is same, and your house, which house you belongs to, even that is also same, right? So that information we are not typing every time we print a mark sheet. We take that from database and we enter only the marks that time and we print. So that printed paper is called as a report. So hope you're clear with the structure of database. So if you have any doubts, comment in your comment box. So in Saturday's class, we'll discuss in a live.